Hey, hey, beautiful Stronger members. This is Stronger Circuit, little taste of everything. And I've got my friends on here, which always makes me happy. Mondays make me happy because it's like we all come out, which is great. Um, okay, make sure you have water. And because this week's schedule, we have a balance class tomorrow and chair yoga on Thursday. I'm going to do a little more cardio, just a scooch more than normal, a little bit more strength training, very little balance, and then we'll end with some maybe not standing, maybe we'll go down to the floor. I haven't really given that a full thought, but anyway, let's get going. We got about a 5 minute true warm up, and then we'll do about a 5 minute cardio piece, all right? But like everything, you guys, you know the drill, right? There's lots of ways to make this work for you. So if you're bringing, really good Monday energy, feel free to do whatever works. And if you're not, just slow things down. Just take as much time as you need. Right now, I'm just going to start keeping my feet moving, getting them off the floor. Always have that chair nearby in case you want to sit or in case you want to modify any of the moves so that you have more stability, okay? And let's just warm up our arms by bringing them up and down. And you can either keep walking in place or you can be stationary. And maybe just kind of hold them up there for about 3 seconds before you bring them down. Good. Couple more. Nice. Let's make some big circles, palms out. Bring them down, rest. We're going to change the direction. So good. Last one. Beautiful. Let them hang. Shake them out. If that felt like something was happening up there, it's probably because it was. Let them relax. Just warming up the body. Getting ready to kind of move a little bit more. Get the heart rate up a little more. Nothing crazy. Let's bring our legs together. Bring our arms together. All right. Just kind of stand still for a moment. Take a little inventory of how it feels just moving for like a couple of minutes without stopping. Good. And then we're going to step out, take the arms out, step in, bring the arms in. And we'll just go side to side. And it doesn't have to be a big step, you guys. It could be here, okay? And you can set your pace. Go as slow as you need to. It takes stability, it takes control to step a foot away from the other, also involving upper body. That's it, nice. Does that feel good? I hope? Yes? Okay. Then we're going to take them up. Same thing. Step them out. Might even start feeling this. Maybe you already have. That's good. 2 more. Good. Stand still. Inventory. We're always looking to see how we feel, especially on Monday, if you have a tendency to do less on the weekend. Just saying. Not saying you are. Not saying you do. Let's warm up the legs a little more. We're just going to take a step back. So from the side, just a step back. Bring it in. Back, bring it in. You could always do this holding a chair. One side at a time. All right, we're gonna pause, then we're gonna do the other side. Same way, just a step back. Doesn't have to be really far. You could have your hands on the chair for support. How we feel doing that, okay? Good, you're doing good. One more. Walk it out. Okay, we are 8 seconds away from a little bit of a cardio blast. So remember, that was a warm-up. We're just doing things a little different. So today, we're gonna do 5 minutes of cardio now. And again, doesn't have to be crazy cardio. You do you, meet yourself where you are, all right? I'm gonna start lifting my knees a little bit higher and maybe challenge myself to get them up a little closer to the hands. Now you can bring your hands down, right? But you could just kind of have that as a landmark. You could also be holding the chair for this, or have your fingers on a wall for this, or have your back on the wall for this. Go at the pace that works for you. You're doing great, keep it going. Would help if I started that 5-minute clock. That's okay, that's okay. A little extra time never hurt nobody. Couple more. Good, walk it out. Let's get into some cross jacks. All right, crossing arms, crossing ankles. Set your pace. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. Doing good, you guys. Keep this up or slow it down, whatever you need. Outstanding. 2 more. 1, 2. All right, walk it out. We're going to start a little running man. So what it will look like, arms will be pumping the whole time. And you'll be stepping a foot back and stepping a foot back. Stepping a foot back, stepping a foot back. Set your pace. Doesn't have to be crazy. Keep your arms moving. It's like you're running in one place, almost like in slow motion. Breathe nice and deep through your nose. You're doing so good. Keep it up. I love it. Bet you're feeling better, I hope. A little bit more pep in the step as your heart rate comes up. Nice. Stand up tall. We're going to climb a rope. Take your arm up. Other one here. Pull down and switch and pull up. One goes up and pulls you down. One goes up and pulls you up. So just imagine you're pulling something heavy. Woo! Yes! Yes, we can! Two more. 1, 2. Beautiful. Walk that out. Really good job. Walk this out. Walk this out. Get that heart rate to come down. Listen, you might have gone up exponentially and you might have felt a little panicky. Sometimes that happens. Don't let it make you panic. breathe, slow down if you need to, and come back when you're ready, all right? All right, we're gonna step out and step in, which we did at the beginning like this. We're just gonna try and do it a little bit faster and with a little bit of a hinge. So I want you to tip forward, stick your fanny out, a little bend in the knees. We're gonna bring our hands to the chest, and we're going out and in, side to side. Notice that I've got a little tiny bounce going. This is the last minute, you guys. That wasn't so terrible, right? Last 40 seconds. Really good. Really good. If you want to feel a little extra, bring your arms out or bring them up. This is it. 20 seconds left. So good. 10 seconds. Or here, and 3, 2, 1, breathe. We get a nice long break, drink water, see how we feel. So good, I hope. Yeah, I feel it. We're gonna use this whole minute to kind of take inventory, get our breath back, see how we feel. How does it feel so far? Yeah? Good. Good, good, good. And you know, every day is different. We all know that. So if today isn't the day, don't be discouraged. Don't give up. Sometimes we just gotta kind of reroute, clear the lens, and keep going, right? And we don't want to give too much to the things that cause us stress and worry. We want to focus on these good things. And this right here is a good thing. What you're doing is a good thing. We have 30 seconds left, and we're going to start. So if you want to grab weights, we're going to use weights. You don't have to use weights. If you're not using weights and you're just using your body, thumbs out, right? That's the proper form. I don't want your thumbs inside your knuckles. And you can grab whatever size you're feeling today. All right, we're gonna start with 40 seconds of slow bent arm rows. Then we're gonna follow the 40 seconds, not necessarily with faster. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're used to bent arm rows, right? We're in a hinge, and we've got a little bend in the knees, and we pull them up here. What we're gonna do for the first 40 seconds is do one, stand up, go back into the hinge. Do it again, stand up, go back into the hinge, okay? The second one, we're gonna hold the hinge and move continuously. So that tiny little increment of time when you're resetting is gonna feel like a break. And of course, you can go as slow as you need to, all right? So this is bent arm rows 2 ways, a couple of times. Here we go. 40 on, 15 off, begin. Remember that we're resetting each time. Each time, so you're standing up, coming back into your hinge. Keep a nice straight spine. Keep your core lifted, your ribs pulled in. I like that reset. And depending on how you're feeling, you could just continue the next set this way with standing in between to give yourself a little bit more of a break. That's the last one. We're gonna hold. We got a 15-second window to kind of readjust. Remember, the next one, we're going to do it completely the whole time without the standing, unless you want to do it that way, all right? So again, tiny bend in the knees, hinge, and And we do our bent arm row right here. Yep, you're gonna feel the difference. Doing so good. 10 seconds, you guys. Two, one, stand up. Beautiful job. Really nice. All right, we're gonna do lateral raises with our weights. The way we'll do that is just bring them up, shoulder height, and down. Couple of options, one arm at a time. All right, ready? You can also take a foot back to kind of stabilize you. Up, down. If you are feeling like that's too much on your shoulders, put the weights down, thumbs up, down. Thumbs up, down. Really good. You could also do this sitting in a chair if it feels like you have a little bit more support or you need a little more support. So good. And relax. Nice job, you guys. Woo! All right. Roll them out. Bring them to a sloppy W. So elbows close to the sides, palms facing you. And you're just going to take them out and in. I'm not straightening my arms completely. You'll notice I'm coming to kind of a wide cactus. Yes. Squeezing those elbows into the ribs and then pressing them up to the shoulders. Woo-dee-hoo! Seconds. 3, 2, beautiful. Put one weight down for me. We're going to do squats 2 ways. First 40 seconds with the weight at the chest. Second 40 seconds with an overhead press. Here we go. Take your squat low as you can go, keeping that weight at your chest. Keep going. Feeling good, looking good, so strong, everybody. 10 seconds on the clock right here. Weight is in your heels. Yes, weight is in your heels. And bring it down and relax. All right, if that was enough for you, you can just repeat that. If not, the second version, going into the squat, when you come up, overhead press. Ready? Here we go. Amazing. Amazing. Stay with me. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Put that weight down. We're going to get a nice, healthy minute 30 breather before we do it again. So get some water. Take some nice deep breaths. So good. How do you feel? Yeah? How do you feel? You feel good? All right, I feel good. I definitely feel like the challenge is there with mixing it up a little bit. When you do a little bit of a slightly easier one, followed by a slightly more challenging one. Maybe this is all challenging. That's okay. This is what workouts are like. Sometimes you have good fuel in the tank and you feel brilliant, and other days you're not. That's okay, right? At least we're moving. We're moving. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be continuous. It's just making the effort. And let's be honest, when you're doing this during treatments and anxiety and recovery, it's exponentially harder, right? So you got to give yourself plenty of grace, because that's pretty amazing. All right, guys, we're starting over in about 20 seconds. So you've gotten your water, assessing how you feel. Ready to start all over again, I hope. We're starting with those confusing bent arm rows where we reset. Then we'll do them without resetting, all right? And that'll happen in 8 seconds. You got this. You got this. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. You know where we are. A little bit of a hinge, a little bit of a pull, then a reset. Begin. Keep that back long and straight. Try to avoid a complete 90-degree bend. It's just a little hinge. That way you're loading into your core and your lower back muscles. And relax. So again, if that feels like the right place for you, you're just going to repeat that. If you want to go a little deeper, you're just going to do continuous bent arm rows, all right? So decide, and here we go. My friends. 2, 1. Beautiful. Stand up nice and tall. You're doing great. All right, we got the lateral rise here. So remember, you can break it down to one arm at a time. That's a little bit more attainable. Shoulders back. Kickstand that foot back. Pull the core in tight. Here we go. Definitely feel those. You're doing so good. All right, guys. Hold them at a sloppy W. Right elbows hugging your ribs. Arms start here, then they come here. Squeeze. Press. Squeeze. Press. Heavens. 3, 2, 1. So good, you guys. Amazing. That is not easy. We're going down to one weight. Squats 2 days, maybe, or you might stay in the first zone, which is a little bit more attainable. All right, hold it at the chest. Drop as low as you can. Come back up and reset. Music is very dramatic. All right, you know what's coming. You can either do it that way, or you can do it with an overhead press. Second round definitely starts to feel dicey, so listen to your body, and let's do it. Begin. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Fantastic. We're getting another minute 30 before we do, yes, a third round. Amazing. How we feel about the third round. Okay, but we can do it because we have a minute and 30 to rest. We could also stay in it by dropping the weight. If the weight feels like, nah, I don't want to lift it anymore. Using your own body weight is a great idea, especially, if things are kind of aching and just feeling a little more fatigued after the second round. Excuse me. The thing you got to pay attention to, right, is discomfort versus pain. Pain is like a signal. It kind of makes you go, whoop, right? Not in a pleasant way, but discomfort is natural. I'm feeling discomfort. That is what weightlifting is about, strength training is about. We are taxing our body, our muscles, so we want to feel that. If we're feeling like I could do this all day, then the weights are too light, right? So that's something to think about. But also, using the time to really, really slow down and relax and breathe and assess. I mean, even if you don't think you need the break, your body appreciates the break. So a minute and 30 might feel long. We're now at the 30 mark, but it really isn't that long, right? So if you were doing this on your own with a video, know that you could stop the video if you need longer. If you're like, I want to keep going, but I don't know that I can just do a minute 30 break. I need more. Pause it, take as long as you need, and come back. It's all about meeting yourself where you are, all right? This is it, you guys. Last 15 seconds, then we're starting over, and that's it. Third round. I think there's 5 moves, 6 moves? It's a small circuit. Okay? In 3 and 2. You know where you're starting? And go. We're doing a bent arm row with a reset. Bent arm row with a reset. Beautiful. Standing tall. Getting right back into that hinge. Bending at the elbows. Clock is moving. Time is ticking. And you're kicking. Yes, you are. You are kicking. Kicking butt today. Good way to start our week. Reminding ourselves how strong we are. 2 and 1. We relax. And then we decide, what's it going to be for this next round? Am I going to do continual or am I going to reset? There's no wrong answer. You're still doing it. That is awesome. So make your decision in 1 second. Here we are. Squeeze those shoulders back. Think less about pulling at the shoulder and, squeeze the elbows back. Like you're trying to bring your elbows towards each other behind your body. Amazing. Listen, this is not easy. Beautiful. Stand up. Relax. Remember what we're doing next. The next two are probably harder, especially if you are at all like me and you have some shoulder hinkiness going on. I get it. Come to that sloppy W. Press them up. Pull them in. Up. In. You can always drop the weights. This is why we appreciate that break, right? Because you get a renewed sense of energy when you take the breaks that you need. You may not even think you need the breaks. We all need breaks. Not just in our workouts, right? We need them in our life, from the people that we love, from the work that we do. Woo! Nice. Relax. Shoulder roll. I might lose the weights for this next move because I got to paddle tonight. So if I'm not using the weights, my thumbs are on the outside. I'm starting here. You know what we're doing. We're bringing them up and we're bringing them down. So good. Whew. Really good, you guys. 3 rounds on a Monday. Let's feel good about that. 3, 2, and 1. 2 more moves, and we're done. So it's down to 1 weight, unless, of course, you're feeling super brilliant and you want to use 2 weights. We're holding it here. We're taking our feet apart, slightly turned out, dropping into our low squat, and coming back up. You could also do sit to stand at this point. If you're feeling really fatigued, you can sit to stand, coming up and down out of the chair. No weight required. Hands at the chest. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! 1 more move, my friends. 1 more move. That's it. And we will have done 3 rounds on a Monday. Sounds like a song. All right? Whether you're doing this or you're going to do the overhead press, let's do it. Let's finish strong. Seconds. 3, 2, and done. Woo! How do you feel? Awesome. So proud of us. Let's get some water. Amazing. So good. Big, sweet, lovely inhales through the nose. Long long exhales through the mouth. That's the thing about strength training. It is cardio. Don't let it fool you, right? Especially if you have a background where you're like, I really didn't like strength training, or I never did that. I only ran, or I only swam, or I only biked. It is cardio. Don't think it's not. So if your heart is beating nice and fast, it's good. That's good. Just get your breath back, drink your water, breathe, and we'll have maybe 30 seconds more. And we're going to do a little bit of balance and a little bit of yoga, which I have decided we are going to go down to the floor. But if you are not in favor of doing that, you can do it in the chair. You can also do it on your couch or on a bed. We're just going to take some really delicious stretches, all right? All right. About halfway there. 15 seconds left. If you prefer balance without your shoes on, you can take your shoes off. By now, I hope you know you do what works for you. Oh my goodness. It's just nice to do it, isn't it? I mean, after it's done, you feel it. You feel like, oh, I just did something. And it feels, I hope for you, it feels like something you want more of. That's what I feel. Not necessarily during it. A lot of the times during it, I'm giving myself my own pep talk. Don't be fooled, I am. So, but by the time I'm done, I'm like, man, I love the way I feel after that. So I hope you feel that too. All right, you guys, I'm gonna pull my mat a little closer, and I'm just gonna use my mat as sort of the landmark. You don't have to have a yoga mat, of course, but we're gonna start with a nice little rocking of the boat. It'll feel good after all that. So take your feet a little wider than your shoulders, nothing crazy, right? Not like 4 feet apart. And you can turn your toes a little bit out if that feels more stabilizing for you. And we're gonna go side to side, lifting the heel. And hopefully as you're doing that, you feel that lovely sense of calm. It does start to come over you. A little bit of homeostasis. The central nervous system responds and everything kind of chills out. Has a very calming effect on the body. If you ever held a baby or had a baby, you know this feeling, right? You might even find yourself rocking when you're, out shopping or in the waiting room, and that is also your body's way of trying to calm you down. All right, we're gonna kind of up level it, opposite arm. Okay, easy enough, I hope. How about a little more of an up level, just a little foot lift. Nothing crazy. But if it does feel crazy, if you're feeling really unstable, you could always do this with one hand at the wall, so I could turn away from you, and just kind of go like that. So the wall is catching you each time. Or you could face the wall with your fingers on the wall and just work on the foot lift, right? You don't have to make the same exact shape that I'm making. All right, so let's stop doing that. Let's walk the feet in. And we'll go from that wider base to a narrower base. So see if you can bring your feet together and kind of squeeze the legs together. So already we've taken our sort of stronger, wider foundation and shrunken it down. So you might feel a little like, woo, that's okay. You can always have that chair next to you and have your hand on the chair. Okay, we're just gonna hold here, and we're gonna turn our heads side to side very, very slowly, looking to the left and to the center and to the right. Good, okay. We'll do it a couple more times, slowly, to the left, to the center, to the right, and then back again. And now I like to think of this as like the Brady Bunch effect, right? So if you ever watch the Brady Bunch, they looked in all the little pictures. We're gonna do that. But first, we'll do left and right, and then we'll do up and down, and then we'll get a little more interesting, okay? So to the left, to center, to the right, to center, up, center, down. Okay? We'll do it one more time. Left, center, right, center, up, center, down, center. Now, I want you to picture a snowflake, a child's drawing of a snowflake, an X, and then a line in between, right? So we're gonna go left, right, up, down, in between left and up, in between right and up. You get the picture, right? So we're gonna kind of make that snowflake. Here we go. left, center, right, center, up, center, down, center, between left and up, center, between left and right, or up and right, I'm going to screw that up, and center, down in the middle, how about that? Center, down in the middle, center. That's what I should have said. Yes. So we'll do it one more time, but I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. If it's challenging enough, like everything, you're going to do it just the way we did it, right? But if you're wanting to up level a little, let's say your balance has gotten really good, can you cross one foot over the other? All right, that's going to be a little bit more challenging to get your stability. So feel that out first. I don't want anybody falling. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to cross. Make sure you're activating your quads. You're squeezing your legs. Okay, here we go. Left, center, right, center, up, center, down, center, upper middle, center, upper middle, center, lower middle, center, lower middle, center. Nice. Yes. Good job. I see that. Awesome. That's a good way to practice without doing too much muscular work, especially after the workout we just did. All right. One final thing, then we're going to come down to either the floor, the bed, the couch, or the chair. And that is, we're going to pony walk. We have not pony walked without a chair in a while, so your options are to do it the way I'm going to do it, or you can have that chair right in front of you to hold on to, okay? If you're like, I don't remember what a pony walk is, it's a heel lift and a lower. So it's just like a little clip, clop, clip, clop. Now, traditionally, we start with our hands on the chair to get our bearings. We switch to one hand. Then we see if we can swim freestyle and backstroke, okay? And if you're feeling good, you don't have to have the chair in front of you, but you want to have it nearby, all right? I don't want you falling. Okay, fix your gaze, tighten up your core. Feet are hip distance apart. They're not together. And let's go. This also should feel nice on the feet. I've heard some of you that have neuropathy have said this feels good. I hope it feels good. Now, one thing we can do to challenge ourselves before we involve the upper body, you guys, is we can see if we can slow this down. Slow down. Excellent. All right, let's try the swim. Freestyle first. Really good. Really good. Backstroke. Just amazing. That's just amazing. All right, and then we're just going to stop. Little counter stretch, just because it feels good, is to sort of bend the knees, push the butt back so you can lift your toes. Don't walk backwards. I just did that. All right, and then put them down. Okay, we're going to come down and do some delicious, very, very, very low-key restorative stretching, okay? So if you don't want to go to the floor, you can do this in the chair. You might have to kind of think creatively, a little bit out of the box, as it were, but, you know, we're going to come down. We want to be able to come down to the floor and be able to get up from the floor. That is definitely something we want to be able to do. So if that's limiting you, maybe try to do some work on that, just because it is something you want to be able to do as you age. All right. First things first, you guys, once you get down here, be here. Bend your knees. Plant your beautiful feet under your knees and just relax. Beautiful, big, deep, nourishing breaths. Maybe you're being joined by a fur baby, just like me. Just breathe. All right, I want you to take your fingers around the back of your head. And you can interlace them if you'd like, or you can keep them separate, whichever feels better. Gently lift your head off the mat. Let the weight of your head kind of sit in your hands, bringing your chin towards your chest. Don't force anything. This is just a nice stretch for the back of the neck, but it also can release the shoulders if you're feeling tension there. Breathe into this. Lay the head back down slowly. Beautiful. And bring your arms to a sloppy W with the palms up. Then bring your right knee in and wrap your hands around that right knee. And we're just going to breathe using our knee as sort of the bellows of the breath, okay? So as you inhale, kind of push your knee away from your belly. And as you exhale, pull your knee into your belly. So you'll inhale and release that pressure. You're kind of pushing it away. You'll feel your arms lengthen, the grip on the knee. And as you exhale, they may bend a little as you pull them in. Again, inhale. And exhale, pull them in. Inhale, press it out. And in. Inhale, push it out. And as you pull it in, exhale. Good. And then point and flex your foot. Slide your hands around the back of your leg and extend your leg up. And if you have tight hamstrings behind your thigh, let's just pulse a little bit here. Just pulse. Relax the leg, but point that foot and flex that foot. And point it and flex it. One more point and flex. See if you can slide your hands up the calf a little bit so your arms are straightened and you feel more of an opening on the back of the right thigh. Beautiful. Bring it back down to the mat. Flat foot, knee bent. Bring your arms back to that sloppy W with the palms up. And then bring the left knee in and wrap your hands around the left knee. And remember, we're breathing as if the leg is helping us breathe. So as we inhale, we push away. As we exhale, we pull it in. Inhale, push away. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Push it away as you take your breath in. Pull it in as you take your breath out. One more. Beautiful. Slide your hands around and extend the leg. Hands around the back of the thigh, and you're just pulsing here. And then we're just going to point and flex the foot. See if we can slide our hand up, straightening our arms, holding the back of the calf. And bending the knee. Really nice. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet to touch and let our knees relax. Opening up into this gorgeous pose, which is so nice for our hips. It releases the muscles of the groin. It relaxes the knees. And you can bring your arms back to that sloppy W. And you can be there as long as you want. Hopefully it feels really delicious. And I'm going to sign off. I hope I see you soon, and I hope you have a good day.